Hey, good morning, everyone. It is the October 1st. It's early Sunday morning here in Chicago. Guys, my name is Chris. I run Elliott Wave Cafe. I wanted to do one more episode of how to analyze a stock using Elliott Wave. So what we usually do is we go and pick up a random number and then pick one stock from the S&P 500 and then just kind of try to analyze it here with you guys live to, figure out kind of how to go about counting corrections, impulsive waves, and see how the whole structure looks. So let me just quickly go here to my generator. We're going to press a few times and see what we come up with. So let's see, 189. We're going to go down here and try to pick stock 189. And let's see, 185, 189 is FICO. Wow, okay, software. So these guys take care of your credit score. And I'm going to press on this and see how much data we have going on with it. I'm going to go up here on like a quarterly chart. It looks like it's going back to 1992. So I'm going to go into my Motive Wave software, pick up FICO, and see if the data matches. And if it does, then I don't have to download 1992. Actually, it doesn't. So let me just quickly go back here. We're going to download this data and then put it up into my Motive Wave software so we can have everything we need to analyze it. So download data set, FICO save. We're going to cut the first couple of lines because otherwise we're going to get an error. All right, got that. Let's delete this and then save it. Then go back into my Motive Wave software here and just import it. Import data from FICO. And we'll get straight on to counting the waves. So open, import, and there we go. Okay, so what I usually do is I start with a longer term chart just to kind of, if it's a stock that I haven't looked at and I want to see kind of where we are in this kind of this whole uptrend. I mean, doesn't it look so far like a very simple, just a three-wave move? Yeah. But, I mean, this is a very large company. I'm assuming it's going to continue to grow, and this price is probably here would increase as years kind of go by. So I'm going to go ahead and count it as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it seems to be a very simple kind of stock, and we're just going to do some fib measurements in here and see kind of how much further it can actually travel, stuff like that. But it seems to be a pretty straightforward one. So what we'll do is we'll take my impulsive tool in here and just go wave 1. Let's place it for now up there, wave 2, and we'll just kind of hang a wave 3, 4, and 5. We'll put this down from a super cycle to just a cycle degree. Let's check the fib on wave 2. I always kind of want to see what that is. So it's about, close between 38 and 50%. So not a very deep retracement on that. If we do a little bit of an analysis of this wave 1 in here, we can try to see if we can dissect this a little bit just for, educational purposes here. I mean, it looks like you have a pretty strong impulse. What I usually, since you have this little bit of a correction in here, this could be a wave 2, and then you can have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 3, 4, and 5. I think that's the best way to kind of go about that, just to kind of give you a nice clean structure. So let me do that really quickly. So wave 1, 2, then a wave 3, 4, and 5. And it doesn't really matter where this, I just want to make sure that they're aligned in the same position. Yes, that's fine. So you can see also here you have inside this wave 3, you have 5 waves. So decompose that as an impulse. So you got 1, 2, 3. Actually, this 3 goes here, probably a flat in 4, and then quick up in 5. Then what it seems to be maybe, it's a 3, 3. It's a WXY, I think, in here in a wave 4. And then from here you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 maybe here, and then do a flat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think that's a flat in wave 2. And then you can see wave 4, we can decompose this quickly as an impulse. So you got your wave 1, your wave 2, 3. See, now there's a question that a lot of people are going to ask, like, hey, isn't this not allowed? Because this drop here seems to get into the territory of the wave 1 or into the area of the wave 2. Well, they do drop in there, but when they finish fourth wave, that happens way above the top of the wave 1. So that's kind of what we look out for. And this seems to be an A, B, C, D, small e triangle up in 5. And then you got a 3, 3, 5 as a flat. Very large C wave, in a flat. So you go down in 3 waves, up in 3 waves, 1, 2, 1, 2 in here, 3, 4, and then you have a small 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, you know, pretty good second wave. Now let's do a little bit of a count in the wave 3 and see. First of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see kind of how far out, you know, this can actually go. I mean, it can go as much as it really wants to, but let's just see kind of how far we've traveled so far. So see, if I do a 3 versus 1, and this is a monthly chart, I mean, you barely passed 100% here, you know, where you did have a little bit of a nice resistance as you were trying to kind of get through those levels. So, you know, this can usually travel all the way up here to 161.8. You know, that would be a kind of a standard measurement in that. But don't forget, it's a long, kind of a long time frame. If we were to base also a little bit of a channel, we can do that and just kind of go, you know, just kind of touch like that, and let's see if we line up. See, if you kind of line up the top of these waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, you see how you have a nice touch, multiple touches. So I think that this trend line is pretty important. Now it is breaking up here. It could be a little bit overbought right there, and it looks like you have a wave 1, 2, you're in some kind of a third, maybe a small 4 and a 5, and then we're going to probably start pulling back. So let's see, how do we count from these lows? So that's this from here looks like, you know, that's the correction. So you have a 1, 2, 3 triangle, 4 up in 5, for 1 down in 2. So that's one way to kind of go about it. 1, 2. And then in here you're building another kind of wave 1, wave 2, another 1, 2. So you know, we keep going here, but let's just do this for now. 3, 4, and 5. I know that anchor is a bit high, but I do want to go and look a little bit inside this wave 3. And I know there is a lot here, but this looks like, again, probably just another flat. So let's just do, we're going to decompose this as a 5-wave move. You know, I mean, yeah, I guess, you know, this here terminates there, and then you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So see, that's wrong. So we're going to have to do something like that. And then also this, so that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for a wave 3. And this looks to be so you got 1 flat, you know, kind of sideways in 2. That's what I think. Maybe there's something else going on in here. Let's just do this. Let's just do wave 1, wave 2, kind of sideways. Then another 1, another 2. Let's see where this kind of ends up. 1. We're doing these exercises because, you know, just to make sure that we have kind of the proper subdivisions if you want to get into the kind of the small minutia in the count. So that's 1, 2. Now this cannot be a 3, but it's a 1, 2. My goodness, 1. I mean, actually, it could be a 3, 4, and 5. And let's see. It doesn't seem. I think wave 3 it's bigger than 1. That's what I look for. See, so wave 3 it's almost 161% of this wave 1, so we're good in terms of measurement. Okay, and then you have an extended wave 5 in another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I go there and I decompose that, I do it as an impulse. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you see how things kind of start to come together. So you have your primary degree, then you go down to intermediate, then you go down to minor, then you go down to minute. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and then this fifth wave here is extended, this kind of minor wave 5, and then you drop down in a wave 4 in a flat, then you finish up 1, 2, 3, 4. You see, now this is interesting because this is a diagonal in here. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish off the move, and then you come back down. This whole thing here could be a triangle, A, B, well, A, is this drop below? It could be A, B, C, D, and E, and then you can have a triangle in a wave 4. I think these are at about the same level. If it's a little drop, just a touch below that, that's okay. And then you're doing, kind of another move up high. Now let's see how big is this fourth wave compared with this wave 2. And you can see guideline of alternation, right? This wave 2 is it's kind of sharp. This is kind of sideways. And then, we're probably working out this wave 3, which could be something like that, and then we could start to move sideways again in a wave 4. So again, it doesn't really have to travel all the way to 161.8, but there is maybe a bit more to go. Let's see, let's look inside it here. So that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I guess that's, it really doesn't matter where you place this. You can even place it up here, I guess, and you can go in a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's what that is, and then that's a diagonal there, guys. You kind of get used to this to kind of look at that stuff like that, right? So wave 1 finishes up here. You got a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5, and then you got a sharp drop in a diagonal. So if you look at this as a 5-wave move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's an A, B, C, maybe that's all it is, instead of a triangle, and it's just a simple zigzag here like that, and then you start 1, 2, and then you go. The problem that I have is that this here looks like a 3-wave move, so that's why, so either you place it here or you place it here for a triangle, and then you start again in a 1, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and then we're in some kind of a third wave 4 and 5, and you continue to go until you kind of finish that up, and then move higher. Let's take a look at the RSI a little bit in here. Nothing much, not really a lot of divergence here, so I think there's still a bit of room. The only thing is that you're kind of at the top of the channel, so don't expect a whole lot of movement out of this one, a whole lot of push. Let's see on the dailies. I don't want to get into all of that, but you have a big gap, right there. You have a very nice channel. So not something that I would necessarily pick up to trade on the long side at the moment. Just maybe wait for some kind of a corrections, but this was a kind of a beautiful place to maybe get involved. Right now here it's, things could be a little bit tricky. So I'm going to finish this off. I hope this was, this was helpful, and let me know what you think. I'll do some more of these maybe next week. Again, I appreciate you being here and please leave comments, because this kind of helps my videos, getting pushed forward by YouTube a little bit. So, even say hi, or just, if you don't have time, just do a quick hello or something like that, and then, subscribe and visit me on Twitter and on Substack, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.